Hello friends, welcome. Today I'll make a video on the long awaited topic of amendments. I'll start with the MARPOL amendments, and if the video is still not very long, I'll also cover the SOLAs in this video. So let's get started. Just for information, I'm covering the amendments which I have not covered in the previous video. So from 1st January 2021, there is 4 amendment in Annex 2 of MARPOL. And these 4 amendments in Annex 2 are all about persistent floaters. Now you may be wondering, what is persistent floater? So this is one of the amendment which is adding the definition of persistent floater. It's in Regulation 1 definitions of Annex 2. A new paragraph 23 has been added, which is as follows. Persistent floater means a slick forming substance with following properties. The density is less than seawater, vapor pressure is less than 0.3 kilopascals, solubility is less than 0.1% for liquid and less than 10% for solids, and kinematic viscosity of greater than 10 centistrokes at 20 degrees centigrades. So as from the term itself you can understand, this is something which will persist. So it does not float very well. It has high viscosity, it will not flow very easily and disperse very easily. Its vapor pressure is less, so it will stay on the surface. And its density is a bit less than seawater at 20 degrees centigrade. And of course, if something new has been added into Annex 2 of MARPOL, then there is a Regulation 13, control of discharge of residue of noxious liquid substances. So some amendments have to be there about this particular liquid. And amendment is a new paragraph which is 7.1.4 is inserted after existing paragraph 7.1.3, and the paragraph basically talks about substances assigned to category Y that are persistent floaters with viscosity equal to or greater than 50 millipascal second at 20 degrees centigrade with a melting point of equal to or greater than 20 degrees as identified by 16.2 in column O of chapter 17 of IBC code. The following shall apply in areas in paragraph 9. So there are some areas which have been added as per paragraph 9, and what applies? A pre-wash procedure as specified in appendix 6. The residue water mixture generated during pre-wash shall be discharged to the reception facility at the port of unloading until the tank is empty, and any water subsequently introduced into the tank may be discharged into sea in accordance with the discharge standard Regulation 13.2. And the next amendment in the same regulation is that a new paragraph 9 is inserted after existing paragraph 8.2, and it tells you about the areas where it applies. So all the areas which you can think of: Northwestern European waters, Baltic Sea, Western European waters, Norwegian seas are the specific area where the regulations apply. So far you have seen that a new chemical persistent floater has been added to MARPOL Annex 2. Its definition is identified. Its control of discharge of residue is identified as per Regulation 13. Next is the pre-wash procedure as per Appendix 6. And it basically puts a new section, which is section C, is added after the existing paragraph of 21 as follows. And basically talks about the pre-wash procedures for persistent floaters, to which Regulation 13.7.1.4 of Annex 2 of the MARPOL applies. And again it says the same thing: persistent floater with a viscosity equal to or greater than 50 millipascals at 20 degrees centigrade and a melting point equal to or greater than 0 degrees centigrade shall be treated as solidifying or high viscosity substances for the purpose of pre-wash. Where it is determined that the use of small amount of cleaning additive would improve and maximize the removal of cargo residue during pre-wash, then this should be done in consultation with the prior agreement from the reception facility. So basically there is a pre-wash requirement for persistent floaters, and if it can be cleaned better with a chemical, you can use it, provided the reception facility who will take this chemical and the pre-wash is ready to accept it and they have agreed upon it. So we have discussed the pre-wash procedure as per Appendix 6 now. And final amendment to the same is And finally, if you have made so many changes, there will definitely be a change in the P&A manual of the ship. So Appendix 6 of Annex 2, there is a new paragraph which is replacing the old paragraph 4.4.5. It is replaced by just paragraph 5, and the paragraph 5 says a persistent floater which you have identified as having a viscosity greater than 50 millipascals second at 20 degrees centigrades or melting point equal to or greater than 0 degrees centigrade. This section should contain instructions on how to deal with the tank washing of substances identified by the presence of 16.2.7 in column O of chapter 17 of IBC code. The latest version of MEPC circular when operating in areas specified in regulation 13.9 of Annex 2. And addendum A, a new note 4 is inserted after the existing note 3 as follows. And the note 4, which is the new note, is within the area specified in regulation 13.9 of Annex 2. Regulation 13.7.1.4 applies to substances that are identified by 16.2.7 in column O of chapter 17 of IBC code. So just a trick for you here, as you have identified that there is a new amendment on persistent floater. Its definition is given in the definition part. Its control requirements are given in the regulation 13. Then there is a pre-wash procedure which is added in Appendix 6, and because so many changes have been made, it should also be included in the procedure and arrangement manual of the ship, which all the chemical tankers have as per Appendix 6. Also repeatedly, if you see chapter 17 of IBC code, and there is a column O in it, which is repeatedly talked about, and it covers this persistent floater. So you can automatically identify that there has been an amendment in the IBC code also, which I'll discuss when I talk about the IBC code. And finally, I'll talk about the next amendment in the next video, which I would try to launch in next 2-3 days. And I just wanted to inform you that I've also written a book with a lot of passion. I personally feel this is a great story because I've read it 100 times. Many of you have liked my creativity when I made stories about SOLAS, ISM code and ROR. Then I'm sure that you like a story which has come right from my heart, written over a period of 10 years at sea. To get news about its launch, stay in touch, follow me on Instagram, leave your comment in the comment section, anything. I hope it was a useful video for you. If you have any feedback, suggestion or comment, please do write down below. All the best for your exams, and as always, thank you for watching.